Now you have a podcast as well, Well Power, that is there. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what being a host has taught you? Because it's taught me a lot and I'm still learning every day.
It taught me so much. It's sort of like the best master's level education without the certificate I could have ever gotten. I think. I mean, I've had Dave on, which was really, it was on an honor as well, just because I'd followed his work so much. And I've had a lot of interaction with him around Upgrade Labs and that whole program as I've been involved in helping them. But just, having that talk time with someone who really understands. Dr. Scott Schur was on and talked to me about hyperbarics. It was like something, there's always refinements. Part of the reason I'm doing the ARX protocol is because I got to get some time with like the sports science guy and the chief technology officer there to say, okay, like I understand like how I like my eggs kind of cooked, but like, how do I what's the detail here? And so then as you start to learn more, and as a big fitness enthusiast, right, I speak enough of the CrossFit style language and things like that I can understand sports science. But that machine is a whole different ballgame, right? Red light therapy, same thing. Like I had Sarah Turner on. She's the foremost expert in red light therapy, and she's become a great friend. And we build these bonds of friendships. And I think one hand washes the other. It's not all about exchange all the time. It's just that we build these friends and then we build this network and then we get this education from each other. And we can say, hey, I just had this client or saw this study, or what do you think? Or perimenopausal things are going on, or, all of that. And then it just makes us all better, And so my first couple podcasts, I alternate between short form and long form so that every listener can get kind of what they want, like a big snackable content or a longer interview. But it's made me a better listener. It's made me get into researching some topics that are always a rabbit hole, but it reminds me quite often that spending an hour less on posting Instagram posts, even though they can be educational, it's the thing I don't want to give up is the study of this, because science is always changing. Opinions are all out there, like in, millions of opinions. And there's just like finding the tribe, finding the people that you go to as key researchers and key informants and key mentors, I think is really, it's a beautiful opportunity to be able to get some mentorship from people who may not have a lot of time for you otherwise.
Yeah, it's that time. It gives you time to really connect with someone, pick their brain, and really, as you said, listen and learn. Because I think so throughout our days, we don't listen enough. We don't just stop. We're always going and kind of consuming, but not in a way where we truly get to the depth of someone to hear their story about how they got here, hear how they suffered a little bit, went through all of the challenges to get to where they are. And it makes you appreciate. I think for me, it's really kind of let me see that we're all humans. We have so many different stories to tell, so many different things to tell. We're all on this floating rock in the middle of the universe trying to do our best. And that's it. And we all have to meet each other in different spots and everything. But it's really been an amazing kind of a lesson on life for me to host these and to meet people such as yourself. So I'm incredibly thankful for every single guest such as yourself. And it's honestly been a great experience. And I feel like more people should sit down for like 1 hour and just ask questions to somebody they don't even know, because you will start to gain an appreciation. You will learn so much. I consider myself quite knowledgeable in medicine and health, and still every time I speak to someone, I'm just like, oh, all right, let me write that down. And then you go into the rabbit hole, right? And you learn more. It's like, what was that name? And because you never stop learning. That's the thing. Like we said, you have a coach, you are always the student. And I think that's the beautiful piece. And if anyone could get anything out of that, it is to constantly be the curious student in it all and just approach things like a child and just ask those questions. Why over and over and annoy more people. Yeah. Kristin, where can people learn more about you? I know you have a class coming up in Austin and everything. Tell us where we can learn more.
Yeah, the easiest way to follow me is on Instagram at Warrior Woman Mode. That's like an easy, clickable, take out your phone right now and be like, hey, at Warrior Woman Mode. Well Power Podcast has another handle. It's all pretty much pushed through Warrior Woman Mode and warriorwomanmode.com. I do have a cold and breath for men and women, a cold and breath instructor course coming up in Austin. I travel and teach that course. This is something I've just launched, as well as an online course that is specific for women that you can find through these handles and channels that is called Wow Factor. And that's Women Optimizing Wellness. It is a 10-module course. It is lifetime access, and then they get a year of coaching with me in group calls. And there is a retreat coming up where a lot of those women are meeting in person, small group, intimate, safely in Austin, in a house that's clean to like the nth degree with all the regulations we need to do. But that's happening in February 18, 19, and 20. So if this airs before that and you haven't checked it out, you should. It's a great opportunity with some other experts who I've met on my podcast coming into town and really talking to us about women's health specifically, how we can do things differently. And I've rented a sauna and I have an ice bath there. So we're going to do full contrast exposure. Yeah. For those who are into it. It's great.
Amazing. I mean, it sounds like you're quite busy, but helping so many people in this work. So please keep it up. Don't stop. And thank you so much for sharing.